As in Heather Hills from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I remembered the name. I thought I heard like leather, like.
That's Miller.
Oh, hello, Miller. Wait, is your do you have the
Okay.
same horse breed as mine?
Hmm?
Do you have a same horse breed as mine?
Okay, we're
Yeah. 3 of us has the same one.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Huh, looks like 3 of us are twins.
Yep.
Okay.
Who's the
Here we
triplet?
go. We are live right now. Can everyone hear me good?
Triplets.
Okay. Happy Friday, everyone. Yeah, I'm really sorry I started the stream really late today, guys. I was just editing that guide last night and just trying to make a bunch of calculations, and I'm just really sorry I took so long to start the stream tonight. But Sunday we'll start the stream hours earlier, so that'll be, Okay. Hi, guys. How are you? Okay. I need your advice on leveling up the naturalist role. Get as many samples as you can and just keep selling them to Harriet. That will probably be the fastest way to level it up.
Oh crap.
Sorry.
Bro, why you
Whoops.
block me every stream? I don't block you, Paul. My moderators might have blocked you, but I haven't blocked you.
That was my bad.
I'm good, Lucio, how are you, man?
Oh my god!
Oh. Okay.
Okay, looks like everybody
Oops, sorry, bro.
It's okay.
That was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, alligators are pretty easy to sample. How do you feel about Susan stepping down as head of YouTube? What I'll say about that is that, you know, some of her policies, like with the copyright, have been really bad. Like, really, really bad. But the thing about that is that some people are celebrating Susan stepping down from YouTube, but what I always say is that, you know, don't celebrate when somebody is stepping down if you don't know who their replacement is. That's what I've always said. Because whoever replaces Susan could be much worse at running YouTube. And so that's what, I think a lot of people that are celebrating don't realize that. Hey, Steve. Hello, Locke.
Well, let's not hold this.
I'm not sure why she's stepping down. Okay.
Alright, you bear. Idiot. Yeah. I win.
I'm gonna miss all those shots.
So anyway, I start blasting.
Is GTA 4 better than GTA 5? In my opinion, I think it is. I love GTA 4. Fake channel buy? What do you mean, fake channel?
Oh.
Where the heck is this? Oh, this is
Oh, I didn't know about that, Steve. And also, if everyone could preferably use free aim in here, you know, just to make it easier on everyone who's using free aim too. There we go. Gotten really good at iron sights.
Okay, I just lost.
Do I have Polish roots? I'm a Polish American. It's the Crybaby? What do you mean? Am I replaying the Saints Row reboot? No, no, no. Okay. Yeah, the thing is most kids who have played GTA 5 haven't played GTA 4. And do you know one thing that I'll tell you that's always bothered me a bit, I'll tell you guys about this, is these kids that have never played like the older GTA games, when they like they act like they're experts on the GTA series, and then they try to tell like the fans, like they try to tell like older GTA fans that GTA 5 is the best one and the new old ones suck. So, oh.
Here, buddy.
I prefer GTA 4.
Gotcha.
5.
Is that your target? No, it's mine.
You can
What do I think is the best GTA 3D universe game? I think probably San Andreas overall. Just a large map and all the activities to do. But my favorite, game, personally in the 3D era, would probably be Vice City, because it's like the 80s.
Yeah, about to take Armadillo.
Is that an M1 Garand? I know the gun model. It was used in World War II and the Vietnam War. Well, M1 Garands were used in very limited numbers in the Vietnam War. But the M1 Garand was mostly phased out by the M14, and then the M14 was phased out by the M16. But this is not a Garand. The Garand did not come out for another 40 years. Well, more like 35 years at this point. But yes, this is the Springfield Crag. So this is what this is. How's life treating you, Pro? It's good, LG. It's good, man. Hope you were good too. But I'll tell you guys this. The Krag rifle, this rifle here, it's a Norwegian design that was adopted by America. I'll look at it later, Ayan. I thank you for the super chat. I just get a lot of messages, so that's why it's hard for me to read. But about this rifle specifically, this is the most unique bolt action rifle that I've ever seen in my life. Is this specifically here, the one in red? Then why? The reason for that is because this bolt action rifle can actually be loaded without actually opening up the bolt. And people are probably wondering, how exactly would you do that? You see that little box thing on the right side? Basically how the Krag works is that you would just insert the rounds, drop them into that little box. And so you could open the little box without even actually opening the bolt, and you could load them in that way. So you see, it drops in that little box. But the thing is, to load the first round in the chamber, though, you'd have to cycle the bolt back. But technically, you could put all 5 rounds in the gun without actually opening up the bolt. So that's this very weird design to it. And it worked, though. That's the thing about it. Usually, when you have a weird design in a gun, usually it's bad. But in this case, it actually worked out pretty well. Hey, Pro, I'm redoing the story mode on the offshore heist, trying to hire Michael's flying skills on flying upside down. Do you have any tips? I think that if you actually fly low to the ground, I think that actually upgrades your flying skills pretty fast. And I think flying upside down also does it too. Will I play the Metal Gear games? Maybe one day. I did play the older games at one point. Thank you, the nicest person in the universe, for the super chat. Yeah, I remember that copyright claim that I got. Yeah, I'll play poker later today. Yeah, I could probably 100% GTA 5 one day.
Yeah, M1 Garand is one too.
Well, I don't know if the Mauser rifles were better than the Krag, because the Krag had a very fast bolt. It was a very smooth and fast bolt. There wasn't really much wrong with the Krag. I think the reason the U.S. adopted this Springfield 1903 instead of keeping the Krag was probably because the Mauser action was probably easier to mass produce than the Krag's action. That probably was the reason for it. Because Mauser was a very common action. There were so many countries that used Mauser, so many countries. And so that's probably the reason.
Come on.
Yeah, I could play the original Red Dead one day. When there's a minute left, let's deliver the target. Hey, Mr. Waifu, I can't believe Cringe Row took $100 million to create. It's a cherry on top of the crap sundae. Cringe Row is at, well, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that game, really. Since you don't believe in aliens, search Travis Walton. Well, thank you, Easy Does It, for the super chat. I actually do not know who that is. I could look him up, but I don't know who that is.
King of the Castles, it's 5 minutes.
Travis, who, Walton? King of the Castles in what, 5 minutes, you said?
5, yep.
Travis Walton UFO incident? Well, it's saying that the guy disappeared for 5 days, and it claimed that he was possibly abducted by aliens, but there's really no it says here there's no real direct proof that he was. My favorite GTA line is this: "What kind of animal do you take me for?" No, I didn't kill him, but I did. Oh, that one, yeah. That's Trevor said that. Yeah. I remember that line, Spooky. Kidnap Patricia. Thank you, nicest guy. And thank you, greatest Within. Hey, Pro, I know you used to work in retail. Work in Target and it's tough. I don't have a replacement job, but I don't like working there. Any advice? Well, honestly, I don't know what your financial situation is, greatest Within, but if I was working in if I would have been working in retail, do you know what I would have done? I probably would have quit my job and I probably would have done Uber Eats. That's probably what I would have done. Because I would have rather worked on my own time, and I would have just preferred to, you know, drive around, deliver food, and not have to get hassled by managers. So that's probably what I would have done if I hadn't been working in retail. Pro, do you read messages on Patreon? I do. Okay, so you said King of the Castle in 5 minutes, right? Bro, what is a patriot? A patriot is somebody who's just proud of their country. Have you watched a video about GTA fanboys in 2023 or so? Lame? No, I haven't. Thank you, Super Mario Edger. Hey, Pro, I love your story. You should do more. Thank you. But did you hear what I said, Greatest Within? But what's going on at your job? Are your managers rude? Are you guys able to hear me, fine?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
What do I think is more dangerous, Brazilian street gangs or Mexican cartels? Mexican cartels. The aliens helped build the pyramids too. No, Easy Does It. I don't really believe that. Thank you for the super chat. What are your 2 favorite Revolvers here for that online? I would say the Navy Revolver, and I also like the LeMat. Probably my favorite ones. Thank you, Eric.
Same, pretty much.
Oh, and I agree on that.
Happy Friday, Patrick. I have to go to bed, but have a great stream, man. Well, thank you, Eric. Thanks, man. And thank you, Edgy. The guy is an ex-commando who killed 16 Chechen rebels single-handedly and was involved in interior ministry. Probably thought it was Czechoslovakians. Yeah, that was, I remember, that was in The Sopranos, yeah. And that was at that time, that was also when, you know, that was the, you know, the 2000s when The Sopranos was going on. And so, yeah, it was just like, you know, a few years before that, it was when, you know, Russia that invaded Chechnya. So that's what they were referring to, mostly in that storyline. I have money saved up, and I made my availability only 5 hours a week. I go to college for free due to scholarship, but transportation ain't free. Oh, okay.
Oh, crap, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm sorry, too.
Oh.
I'm surprised to see you again. I thought something.
Oh, I can't
bad
use the
happened.
shop now? Oh,
Have a
no.
peek. You might like what you see.
What? Wait. Mouse? I don't know why it's not letting you.
I'm gonna do a video on the new Sniper Elite missions when I get around to it, but...
I keep this around for my
I just
liberated
finished that one a while
clients.
ago.
Enjoy.
Yeah, no, I know, this guy is a creep, the guy who works at this
Yeah.
store. He's a massive racist, too.
Done. Yes.
What 2 good revolvers would I
Feel
recommend?
free to look around some more.
I would recommend the Lamat. The Lamat, maybe the Schofield. Yeah, that's better than the Navy revolver, but yeah. And my bosses always expect me to do work like I'm being paid $50 an hour. Treat me like muck. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have a car to do Uber Eats, so... Well, what I'll, are you guys ready to join, that mode, by the way?
Yeah, right whenever you are.
Yeah.
I'm about to buy ammo first.
Okay. We'll just, you have 2 minutes, though, before the thing starts.
Alright, finish.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, you guys all ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. But, to answer your point, though, Greatest Within, I know exactly what you're talking about, that you're paid a little bit over minimum wage, and yet your boss acts like he expects 5-star service. I never understood that, really. How you can pay somebody minimum wage and then expect 5-star perfect service. I don't get that, personally. I never did. You know, one of my coworkers that I worked with, you know, she said she told me one of the most important things that I still remember to this day. And she basically said, if you pay somebody $7 an hour, you get $7 worth of work an hour. You pay somebody $10 an hour, you get $10 worth of work an hour. You pay somebody $20 an hour, you get $20 worth of work an hour. But what that basically means is that doesn't mean that people are going to slack or be lazy. What that basically means is, you know, you get what you pay for. Is that, you know, if you can't pay somebody a little bit over minimum wage and then expect them to go above and beyond. You know, it doesn't work like that. But, you know, one of the things that I would just, you know, one of the things that I should have said, because when I used to work in retail, I'll tell you this, I didn't know how to stand up for myself, and so I'd have people that would constantly, like, roll all over me. And basically, my old manager was such a scumbag that what he would do is he would literally walk up to people, even if you were doing your job to the best of your ability, like you weren't doing anything wrong, he would still go up to you, he'd barely have any praise, and he would just say, that because you're not doing your job correctly, I'm not going to get my yearly bonus now. That's what he would say to us. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, you know, how is that an incentive for me to work harder, that you're supposed to get your yearly bonus? You know, where is my yearly bonus? Where's our yearly bonus, the workers here? You know, what is, why should I, you know, run around for you for just minimum wage? I don't get that personally. And, you know, if I was the same I am now, you know, back then I would tell my shy self, I would tell him to tell my boss, where's my yearly bonus? Because that's exactly what I would have said to him now if I was working there. I would have said, what about my yearly bonus? Where's that? So that's, I hope we have a challenging match, but I just really hope we don't play against sweats, because I'm not in the mood for that.
I just had the way they're just, I was like,
Guys, look, I'm using the 2 least used weapons, Litchfield and Springfield, to make this match interesting.
on a roof? Oh, of course he is.
Oh, none of them are coming over here, really? Okay.
Maybe they are looking for kills.
Yeah, there's
And somehow they did not kill him in the roof.
Socialism society has put a wage for everyone, making society better without a huge wage gap like democracy creates. My parents lived under communism, and so what the? That guy isn't.
I
Wait,
didn't see him.
what the? He's not on the map.
The guy on the roof. I tried to kill him, but I didn't want to kill him.
That guy is
I
not
didn't
on the
see
map. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see him.
Wait, somebody roll back the stream just now. I don't have time to do it, but that guy was not on the map, was he? Somebody let me know.
No.
I didn't see him on the map. I couldn't lock onto him either.
I see him.
Oh my god, he's cheating. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, I wanted to have like a good game here. This
Yeah.
God.
No, idiot. Stop climbing.
You know, I blame Radar for this. I blame Radar.
Age. How this guy is off radar glitch?
I see him, yeah. Look at this. He's not on the map. I see him running too. I can't lock. Can you lock onto him?
No.
This scumbag. I can't stand people like this. Seriously.
What? Oh my god.
I can't
He
even.
got me again.
I can't even tackle him. That's how broken this is. Yeah. I can't even tackle him. That's how broken this is. My god, what the? Just. No, guys, he's not a hacker. He's not a hacker. I'm playing on the place. This is a glitch. This is a glitch. It's a game-breaking glitch. It's an off-the-radar. What a scumbag. Seriously, guys. Every single person in this lobby just report him. Like every single person. This is just like.
Full stuff out of it.
Yeah, this time I hit this.
He's still there. No, I get him. I can't.
Whoa!
What the? I can't kill him. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him. I'm gonna try to get him. Hold on.
Flung around.
I'm gonna have to.
What's his gamer tag?
Okay, I know for a fact that
I did remote, so.
I got him. I got him. I got rid of him. I got him. Guys, if you have incendiary
somehow
rounds,
not kill him.
use shotgun incendiary if you have it. It's the only way to really get rid of him. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna use like Deadeye, like.
I don't even know if you can use Deadeye on him, but just keep him off of the point. Just don't let him win this.
whoa!
I'm gonna read the chat in a moment, guys. I just have to deal with this right now because this cheater, this guy is just.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the next one.
He's on the point
There he
already.
is.
He already is on the point. Yeah.
Yep, he got me as well.
The guy's
I was
name,
late.
Yep,
I got him. Just get him off the point with incendiary. That's really the only way he can get him off of it.
Oh! Watch the roof.
There's a guy in the roof. Careful.
Yeah, dynamite.
We don't even know where the
got it.
guy's coming from. That's the horrible thing about this.
Whoa!
Okay, I got to go to the
Busy.
roof.
I took back the lead, but I don't know for how long.
Ah!
Yeah,
Here's what you're doing, bro.
I couldn't. It's just, you know, you have to be a total complete scumbag to play like this. Like to do an off the radar glitch where people can't lock onto you and just, I mean, what a loser. Seriously, like this guy here, this Demino guy, whatever his name is. Yeah,
I
just,
got him.
yeah, just keep explosive rounds, guys. You know, explosive rounds and that.
Alright then, let's round it is then. Let's see, he'll like that. Oh, and I was.
You so bad you hit him.
Oh, and maybe he'll like the explosive thing. I bet he'll like that too. Such a sad boy. Oh, great.
We got bogey.
Worse than God.
He's over there.
Honestly.
Guys, just remember, incendiary rounds and explosive. If you gotta shoot him, because that's like the only way to really get rid of him when he's off the radar glitching. I already see him too. I hit him, but he's still alive. I hit him, but he's.
Oh, yeah, he didn't die.
Okay, we got it. We got him off the point. We got him off the point. Get on it quick.
Everybody.
I really hope we can win this, beat this scumbag. Don't group up all together like this, guys, because then we're gonna get killed by one dynamite.
Alright, I'll cover the front. I'll cover
What's the right?
if I can. I got sniped by this operator dude, I think.
He got me. Oh.
Of course.
He did get me too.
Of course, that's him.
There's another one. Never mind.
I'm just trying to stay on the point for as long as I can.
Satellite
got him.
boy. He is a satellite boy.
Hold up. Oh, I was gonna revive you, but okay.
Here it comes.
Oh, he's on the point. He's left side. Left side. He's coming
I
in.
see him. I see him. God damn. Oh my gosh. I was about to blow
Got him.
my-
For anybody that joined the stream late, we got a cheater that we're versing right now. This is.
What the? I survived.
Did you guys get him off of it?
I did.
Yeah, he's lost.
Oh, thank God.
I got him.
Okay.
If we could set traps just like in Sniper Elite, like multiple places everywhere, and you'll.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get the next point from him. Just keep the cheater away from the points.
I'll just keep an eye on the roofs.
Damn. Gotta try to get up on that roof just to keep him from. I don't care who wins the match, I just don't want him to win.
Oh crap! Oh damn!
Guys, when everyone get on up there, just watch the ladders like hawks. Okay, no, looks like he left though. I think he's gone. Okay.
No, he did.
No, I think he's on the condo. No, never mind.
Oh, little hellfire got me.
Man.
Yeah.
Is the cheater still in here?
I don't see his name.
Okay, oh man, that was... Oh my god, what a disgusting match.
He probably noticed that like we. Oh my! Really? I just got up here.
It's fine. You know, at least we're not fighting cheaters anymore.
Thank God for that.
Okay, first I thought you was a goblin, but never mind.
Oh man. Oh. When you play Hitman, how do you assess or know what approach to take to get Silent Assassin? I just try to usually look around at my surroundings, and I try to basically, thank you, Boombox Guru, I basically try to think to myself, like, you know, basically I think to myself how situations can go bad. That's basically what I think. You know, I think, you know, how can situations go bad, in Hitman? You know, can they see me through here if I do that? That's generally what I think about. Thank you, Boombox.
Well, GG. Well,
He
actually
just
not-
has a better gaming
not
chair.
GG.
Joking. Imagine cheating to win. He probably is a KD warrior. Yeah. Thank you, George, for the super chat. The OST from Scarface, The World Is Yours, is so good to listen to. Yeah, great music in that one. Thank you, Victor. Hi, Pro. Happy Friday. Take care. Thank you, Fina. Thank you. Okay, oh my god. Are we able to see that player in, like, recent, Okay.
What the?
You guys here?
I'm looking.
Well, I just saw you on the map, man.
Yeah, everyone, like, disappeared. No re-
Boys
okay.
nearby.
Okay.
There's no one nearby me.
Recent
Oh,
players, I don't see... I don't
You're
see...
just spawning. You're spawning in on my end. You're starting to spawn.
Okay, I don't see him in my recent players tab. Does anybody have him in his... Did anybody get the chance to report him?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I was too focused
I
on
think I'm
winning
the
the
only
match
one to
against
report
him.
him.
No, I did not. Sorry.
Yeah, but guys, if you ever encounter that, that's literally the only thing you can do, what I did, is that if you have somebody who's cheating off the radar, literally glitching like that, the only thing that you can do is incendiary shotgun. That's literally the only thing that you can do against something like that. And, you know, we beat the cheater and he left. But that was just... God. How pathetic do you have to be to cheat in this game? This game's already been abandoned by Rockstar. Rockstar's not even going to make any more DLC, and we still got people trying to cheat their way to the top. So it's just my God.
Ouch.
Nice landing.
Thank you. Honestly, that should kill me, but I'll take half my health being taken away.
That was such a bad bug. That was almost like a mod. That was so bad. But you killed him twice. Good job, Pro. Nice job on winning. Have a good stream. Thank you, Unconverting. Thanks, man, for the super chat. I do appreciate it, man.
Okay, I was hoping I don't get dragged out of my horse again.
Okay. Oh my God, what a horrible experience. Now, what I was trying to say before I encountered that cheater, what I was trying to say earlier is that communism doesn't work either, James. My parents lived under that type of system, and it was not a good system. Thank you, Fernando. Thank you, Pro, for the guide on new content. I knew just by eyeballing the map on the street dealers are ripping you off after the bonus goes away. Thank you, Fernando. Thank you for sponsoring my channel for 3 years now, man. Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'm proud to be like in the USA. Proud to be US citizen.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I grew up poor. I grew up poor.
Wait, what's up?
Oh, I'm saying that I grew up poor and I'm proud to be a US citizen.
I couldn't hear your other part. What was the second part you said?
I'm proud to be born in the USA.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, well, there's a difference between communism and socialism. Sure, I get that there's a difference between the two systems. But the thing about that, though, James, is the way that you were describing it earlier. You were describing it like democracy was at fault, and that's at least what I got from your comment.
Sorry.
Glad you won the match. It's people like that who ruin a good time, whether it be a game mode or free mode missions. They need to go away. Thank you, Crestline Iceberg. Thanks, man.
Thank you for killing him. Whoever did that.
Yeah,
You run out of ideas yet? Not really, no. I have a lore video coming out soon.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm an idiot. For bumping into a chair like that. Like a drunken. Alright, very good now. Alright, should we able
Hey, General.
Oh, hey.
I hate you come out of a random disease and the first reaction is you just pull up your gun and try to kill you.
Like that. I was like, oh no, you don't. Bang.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
looking
just
for
went by, I just saw a great big accident.
Yeah, he was in my way, so.
Oh, it was a dude? I thought it was a deer for a second.
No, he crashed and then I stopped a little too close.
Traffic jam.
Yes, I am, Isaiah. Yes, I will eventually get to that.
That looks like you need to change your
I
driver's
screenshotted his
license,
name
I
if you need
guess.
to know it. Well, you know, there really is nothing more I can do, because even if I report him to Sony, I don't think Sony's even going to do anything. If somebody's glitching in a game like Red Dead Online, that's not really on Sony's problem. That's more Rockstar's problem to deal with that. So that's thoughts on the Mongolian Empire? Well, the Mongolian Empire, they were you know, they were like very complicated civilization. They're very brutal at times, but the Mongolians were also a meritocracy. You know, they didn't believe in like privilege based on like on birth, which like a lot of European countries believed in.
Get over here. Like,
Oh,
That helps.
someone killed him.
Did I miss your super chat, Mr. Waifu?
Yeah, I just got there. You just dropped that.
Oh, I did now, Mr. Waifu. Thank you for the super chat. Finally, GT Online got a good event week this time round. Still, for Red Dead Online players getting 5 free chocolate bars for logging in, yeah. Do you know what was ridiculous? I had people coming in that Red Dead Online video that I did about the 5 chocolate bars, and they were basically saying that I was being toxic towards Rockstar.
Oh, when will they learn?
That's the thing. And the thing is, though, is guys, look, I'm not trying to make Rockstar look stupid. You know, I don't really even have to do that. So that's, I hope that Rockstar isn't gonna ban that cheater that was harassing us before. It was like, and he's not even in my recent players thing, but it's just, yeah. If I sent that in a support ticket to Rockstar with that guy cheating, Rockstar still wouldn't do anything about it. Top 5 games that are worth playing in 2023. It can be any category. Thanks for the content. Thank you, Ant. Do you mean games specifically that come out this year or games that are already out? Basically, you know, Modern Warfare is a game I generally enjoy playing. You know, I know the new one isn't the greatest. It has some issues, but I generally enjoy playing Modern Warfare, but only with friends. I like Mount and Blade Bannerlord. That's a game that I like a lot. I downloaded Skyrim again, and I started playing again. And, you know, I'm trying to get Platinum Trophy. I hadn't played Skyrim since October. That was the last time I played a save. So I downloaded it again, and I'm, you know, trying to get Platinum Trophy on Skyrim.
Yeah, there's another Platinum Trophy you gotta work on, too.
There's no timer in this thing.
Oh wait, it's you guys too. I thought it was just me.
Throw that dog meat in the wagon. Good deal.
Alright, I'll be right back in a minute.
One thing that concerned me was that the Rising Sun Empire of Japan, which is as brutal as the Fallout Raiders. Well, the Empire of Japan was extremely brutal in a lot of its conquests. It was just, I did talk about that a lot when I played through Medal of Honor Rising Sun. Thank you, JD. Thank you, Leia. I understand your point, but GT Online is good for business. It makes the most money. Not defending Rockstar, by the way. I'm just saying. Well, Leia, what I'll say about that is I appreciate your super chat, but just because something makes the most money doesn't mean make it correct. That's just what I'll say about it, is that money isn't everything. And we're not adding any, we might add you to the party later, but, like, usually it's like a group. Like, the group has to agree, not just me. My chat is, like, a very group thing. So, like, everyone in my chat has to agree before we add somebody to the group. That's, but basically, here's what I'll say to you guys. Okay, guys, let me ask people here. Does anybody here like fish sandwiches? Like, I'm talking about, like, the Filet-O-Fish in, like, McDonald's. Or, like, the fish sandwich in Burger King. Does anybody like those? I do. But I'm just curious, generally, what the chat thinks.
I've never tried them.
I used to be. I used to eat those.
Yeah, sure. I'd say yeah, I probably do like them. Even though
Okay, so most people don't like them, but a few people actually do like them. Now, let me ask you guys a question here. How would you guys react if you went into McDonald's and you tried to buy like a Filet-O-Fish sandwich, right? And you try to buy that Filet-O-Fish sandwich, and then the cashier at McDonald's tells you, oh, we don't have that anymore. And you ask them why not, and they say, oh, you know, we discontinued the Filet-O-Fish sandwich because it's not as popular as the Big Mac. The Big Mac is what sells the most and makes the most money, so we got rid of the Filet-O-Fish. You want a Big Mac? And if that happened to me, I would basically be like, nope, I'm done. I'm going to a different place. I'm going to eat there. You know, that was generally it. So the point that I'm getting at, the point that I'm making with this story is that even though, like, fish sandwiches don't make as much money as the main burgers at, like, restaurants, the reason restaurants still sell them is because there's customers who order them and will only order them and nothing else. Just like with Red Dead. There's customers that'll play Red Dead, but they won't play other games. And so you have a unique audience here, but instead you're just, you know, pushing them to the side. Like, imagine if you went into, like, a store, imagine if you went into, like, a store trying to buy an iPhone, and all the iPhones are gone, and there's nothing but Androids there. And you ask the guy, can I see an iPhone? And he says, oh, no, we discontinued the iPhone because it's not as popular anymore. The Androids make the most amount of money. Would you like an Android? That generally, you know, that's generally that whole argument, that whole business argument. And you see how, you know, when you apply that same argument from Reddit Online to pretty much anything else, you see just how much of a disaster it is. And it was that Rockstar has plenty of opportunity to make money from this game. There was plenty of opportunity. This thing could have been a cash cow for Rockstar, definitely. Rockstar put effort into it and actually made decent DLCs and then just slack off on this game, then yeah, it could have been successful. But basically they were putting minimal effort into it, minimal effort constantly, and people were getting off the game, and the few people that were playing the game were constantly grinding and hoarding money, and they got so much money over time that they could pretty much literally afford everything, and there's really no need for them to buy gold bars. And so Rockstar basically put themselves into, like, a box on this game. Box they couldn't get out of. And this game fell apart. Pretty much what had happened.
Oh, hey, Carl, I have a moonshine ready to sell.
You have a moonshine ready to sell?
Wait, hold on, let me double check to make sure.
Let me just
No,
disband
mine
the
definitely is. I forgot to sell mine.
Because I'm not sure if I did. Check.
What's my favorite race to play as in Skyrim? Well, I've played as every single race in Skyrim, but generally, whenever I played the Elder Scrolls games, I typically played as two. I either played as an Imperial, or I played as a Dark Elf. So it was, whenever I play the Elder Scrolls games, I typically play as either an Imperial or a Dark Elf. And even on Elder Scrolls Online, my two characters are an Imperial or a Dark Elf. But next time I make a character, I think I'll make an Orc character next time, because I haven't really played around with the Orc characters that much. But, yeah. And then my next character in Elder Scrolls Online will probably be a Redguard. So that's, so I've, yeah. But my current character in Elder Scrolls Skyrim right now, my character that's like 56 or level 57 is a High Elf. So I made a High Elf character because I have never played as a High Elf. and that was the first time that I actually played as a high elf, and I got a very high level in Skyrim with that. But even though I was playing as a high elf, I'm no fan of the Aldmeri Dominion. I don't like the Aldmeri Dominion at all. So that's generally that. But the thing about that is, I didn't know about this, but if you actually play as a high elf in Skyrim, there's actually certain quests that have certain, like, basically there's Falmor things that, like, you can do. Like, for example, in the quest where you have to infiltrate the Falmor embassy, you can actually sneak past all the guards out in the courtyard if you actually dress up in Falmor gear. So if you're a high elf and you dress up in Falmor gear, you can just walk past all the guards. To get past the final door, you have to have a high speech check, but you can get past all of them. So that was, I didn't know about you could do that in Skyrim. So that was a nice little detail that they did. So that was Thank you, Tanner, for the super chat. Another thing for Sniper Elite 4 is the Valkyrie Jaegers were probably based on the SS Jaeger Battalion 502 and the main Jaegers who broke Mussolini out of the invasion of Italy making. Yes, that is actually true. They are actually based on those units. I know exactly what you're talking about, the paratroopers. But the German paratroopers were really scary. They were really scary guys. And the German paratroopers were some of the most brutal in the German army. The German paratroopers were part of the Air Force, the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, but they were in Eastern Europe, for example, the German paratroopers, when they landed in like villages in Eastern Europe, they would massacre like entire villages. So the paratroopers were extremely brutal guys. They were very scary guys. The paratroopers were also some of the best equipped soldiers in the German army. Like, they were very well equipped, and they had the FG-42, which was a very advanced rifle for the time. So Sniper Elite 4 actually got their gear right in that regard.
What's an MG42? A
FG-42, not MG-42.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Too.
Thank you, Moonstone, for sponsoring the channel. Thanks, man. I've ever played RuneScape before. I remember that game. It was like that RPG game that was like really popular, like in the early 2000s. But no, I've never played it. Thank you, Slim.
I thought the SS German troops are the most brutal ones. I thought they were.
Stormcloak or Imperial, invite me to your, posse if you need to sell the moonshine, by the way. But, I
did.
Oh, you did? Let me see here, okay. Okay, now, when it comes to the Stormcloaks or the Imperials in Skyrim, I think that generally both of them have some good points. Like, Skyrim historically has been a very long part of the Empire, and basically the Aldmeri Dominion does not want to see the Empire united, so that they could actually conquer the Empire again. That is true, but at the same time, a lot of the Imperials don't have respect for Nord culture. They don't they don't respect the Nords. When they outlawed like the worship of Talos. And like when you talk to some of the Imperials in the game, you can tell they're kind of racist against Nords. But at the same time, the Nords are also very racist towards like foreigners. So that's also it. Like if you look at like the Stormcloaks, for example, the Stormcloaks treat the Dark Elves like second-class citizens. So that's so they both have issues generally. I think the solution would have been, probably like basically. If I could have ended the Skyrim Civil War in my own way, what I would have done to end that war is Skyrim should have been an independent country. It shouldn't be part of the Empire. However, though, Skyrim should give equal treatment to Imperial citizens. So even though Skyrim would be an independent country, it should give equal treatment to Imperial citizens, and I say all Imperials, so like, all the different races and everyone from the Empire. So, I think that generally if Skyrim was an independent country, I think it would keep most of the Nords happy, but at the same time it should give equal treatment to everyone who's not a Nord. That's basically what I think the better solution would be. And I think also having a military alliance with the Empire. So Skyrim should be an independent country, should have a military alliance with the Empire, and treat non-Nords equal. That's, I think, would be the best solution, which pretty much everyone could agree on. But unfortunately, the game doesn't give you options like that. It's either Stormcloak or Imperial. There isn't, like, a complex things like that. Like, I wish there was an option where, like, if you could just, overthrow, like, Ulfric and just become, like, High King of Skyrim, and you could actually set the policies and stuff like that. I wish you could do something like that. Like, I mean, they let you play as a king in Oblivion. in Oblivion, they let you become Shegogorath. So in Oblivion, they let you become a Daedric Prince. So the main character in Oblivion, you get to become a Daedric Prince at the end of it. So Shegogorath, the Prince of Insanity, is actually the same character from Oblivion that you played as in Skyrim. So that was, so if they let you play as a Daedric Prince, I don't see why they wouldn't let you play as a, you know, High King of Skyrim, why they wouldn't let you do that. But, I think that they should have had options like that, personally. Okay, let's see here. Yes, soon, DL Gaming. Chinatown Wars, thank you. You think you could do an Elder Scrolls Online guide or... Oh, no. Thank you, and Elder Scrolls Online is like a game that I, like to play occasionally with friends. But when it comes down to it, Elder Scrolls Online... I don't know what I'm doing a lot of times in Elder Scrolls Online. Like, I have a pretty strong class in Elder Scrolls Online, but, like, I guarantee you there's people that know how to play the game 10 times better than me. But I'll tell you something. Some of the people in Elder Scrolls Online... Like, seriously, some of those people have, like, I don't know if the word I would use, like, no life. That's not, I probably shouldn't use that term. But it's more of that they're just so obsessed with the game, they play nothing but Elder Scrolls Online. That's what, so many people that I've, you know, played against in Elder Scrolls Online. And, like, one of the worst experiences that I've had in Elder Scrolls Online, can you invite me to the Moonshine, by the way, the shack? But...
I did, but I'm selling now.
One of the worst experiences that I had in Elder Scrolls Online. Oh, the thing is so close. So one of the worst experiences that I had in that game is I played in Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil is the PvP area, and basically I was part of the Ebonheart Pact. I think that's what it was called. And so what we were doing is it was like me and like 3 other people in like a group. So it's 4 of us basically, and we are all decently high levels. Like I'm 800 something champion points in like in Elder Scrolls Online. Like another guy was like 600 in my group, another guy was like 900, and I think one guy was like 200. So we were all like, you know, decently high levels, and we had decent builds. And what ended up happening is we attacked like an Aldmeri Dominion fort, and we went through the fort. We killed all of the elite NPCs, and we started capturing the fort. And then this guy comes out of nowhere. And the guy is like 2,000 something, like he's like an insane like champion point level. And what happens is all 4 of us are just attacking this guy at once. We're just attacking this guy, we're just damaging this guy, and we're barely able to get him down to half health. I don't even know how that's possible, how you have a class like that, where like 4 people are attacking you at once, and literally you don't even bring down half the guy's health. But we were trying, and we ran out of stamina and magicka. We attacked him with everything we had. We had no stamina, no magicka left, and then the guy just killed all of us. So how does that happen when you have 4 people just attacking one guy and he kills all of us? But that was like one of the worst experiences I had in Elder Scrolls Online. That kind of almost made me rage quit because I was pissed. Because I was like thinking to myself, like, how do classes like this exist in the game? Like somebody can kill like 4 people like with this. I thought that was a bit ridiculous. That was stupid. So that was like, you know, it's just a bad experience that I had on the game. It's just like some of these MMORPGs when you play, you have like these people that have these insane builds. Like they have these ridiculous overpowered builds. And it's like, and the thing is, you know, when you argue with these people, oftentimes they'll tell you, oh, you know, get better at the game or get good if you want to beat me. But the thing is, usually the reason these people are so good at the game is because they have some super rare items. So they have some super rare gold, you know, rarity item or a bunch of them like put together, and it's like stuff that's like takes so long to grind to get. And basically no one else has a chance against them. And so you have to play the game as long as them, or just buy a bunch of microtransactions to get like the elite armors that they have. So that's generally like, you know, some of these MMORPGs can be broken in that regard because of that. That was the bad experience that I had in Elder Scrolls Online personally.
Yeah, I usually stick with my #1 game.
Alright, you played Elder Scrolls Online, right, Brandon?
I do, but rarely, but I usually play my #1 game, Generation Zero.
Yeah, but did you play the PvP in Elder Scrolls Online?
No.
Oh, well, maybe best you don't play the PvP. Because the PvP in Elder Scrolls
I never played
Online...
PvP.
The PvP in Elder Scrolls Online can get really toxic.
I never played that. I just usually just done PvP.
Hey Pro, I love your channel. I'm thinking about getting into the stock market. Any tips or advice? Thank you, Hesh. I'm not an expert. But basically I you know, when it comes to the stock market, I've been doing decent, you know, the last few months. I don't have, like, an insane amount of money into it. I was doing decent, and then basically I had purchased, like, one bad stock. And I had to sell it off and get rid of it. And that happens. Like, you're usually doing good, and then you just have bad luck, and you purchase a bad stock right when it's going down. It keeps going down. But, you know, I'm not a financial expert, advisor. What I would say, probably my best advice about the stock market, I would give you two pieces of advice when regarding the stock market. The first one, as I would say, is do not bet money that you are unwilling to lose, right? I don't know if I would use the word bet, but it's more like play with the money. Because stock market, I guess you could argue, is like a form of betting. But that's what I would say, is don't put money in the market that you're not willing to lose. The second thing is that generally stay away from penny stocks. Stay away from them. Don't do them. Because when I tried to do the stock market, basically I got into penny stocks a bit, and the reason that so many people are obsessed with penny stocks is because penny stocks let you make so much money quickly. If you buy the right stock and you sell it at the right moment, you can make a lot of money in penny stocks. But the reason I stopped dealing with penny stocks is because penny stocks are just so unstable. Like, they can fall apart, like companies can go bankrupt, and that's why I generally, like, I had some good penny stock trades, but then I had some bad ones. And so that's generally why I never do penny stocks again. Basically, literally, the only companies that I typically buy stock in at this point is Amazon. Amazon is like the only thing that I buy stock in, like nothing else. Basically, what I do is I do the exact same strategy, the exact same thing. And what I do is I watch Amazon stock closely, and I see what it's at. When Amazon stock drops a few dollars, I buy a bunch of shares in it. And then what happens is, like a week later, when it goes back up, I sell it. And then what I do is I watch the stock again. When it falls for a few dollars, I buy a bunch of shares of it. And then what I do is I wait like a week or two. When it goes back up, I sell it. And that's what I've been doing. It's been buying and selling Amazon, and that's it. And while I don't make that much money from it, it is some extra money, and it's safe. It's relatively safe because Amazon stock is not gonna like crash. It's not gonna like fall apart. It's a pretty stable company, and that's why I I tend to do that. But that's that's pretty much the advice I can give to the stock market. I'm not a financial expert, so I'm not I'm not the right person to ask for that. But that's personally my experience and what I've done about it. So I hope that helped. If that did, but yeah. People who say that GTA Online is good, best for business, clearly they don't understand how business works, like you do, since you know more than they do. Well, thank you, Eric. Well, I never like to claim that I know more than others. But I would just say, like, in my opinion, a lot of times these people are wrong. We're like defending Rockstar. What do you think of that Ohio train derailment response to it? Thank you, Tricky. What I think about it is I think the government should be ashamed of themselves. And what I'll say about that is that the Ohio disaster is horrible. And yet it's the media barely covered it. Like, the media will maybe cover it for like a few. Why is the media not covering the Ohio train derailment? Is it because it's like a rural state? Is that the reason? Is it because it's like a kind of like a well, Ohio is technically the Midwest. But is it because it's like what, a Midwestern state? So that's like, it's just like, it honestly pisses me off when I look at the media and they're not covering that stuff. They're not talking about it. Like, I looked at a video the other day. The river like that was near that town is like so polluted. It's full of chemicals. It's destroying the environment there. And then the federal government refused aid, and then afterwards they granted aid. So they refused aid at first, and then now they granted aid. So, man, that was just, yeah, that was just, somebody has to be held liable for that. The train company, and also, yeah.
We got,
I accidentally started up a bounty hunter because I forgot you guys were in my posse. So just right after this, I'll invite you. The Jaeger units were literally a raider paramilitary group in the Luftwaffe Air Force. Would you like to see a Valkyrie variant for Hell Let Loose or Sniper Elite 5? Well, thank you, JD, but for Hell Let Loose, I would like to see paratroopers added to that game eventually. And maybe, like, only one squad of paratroopers. Like I said, paratroopers that would let people, like, they would let people spawn, like, across the map. Did I miss any, Oh, Chuck, I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry, Greatest Within and Chuck. I'm sorry I didn't see your super chats. Bully made less money, and that was an amazing game. Yeah, it was. And so, you know, this game sold 45 million copies, so it has opportunity. Thank you, Chuck, also for the super chat. Thanks, man. I would consider maybe doing a Skyrim playthrough one day, yeah. Well, no, that's what South Park was making fun of. South Park was making fun of that on MMORPGs, you have, like, these people that have these insane, like, builds that, like, you can't stop them. That's basically what South Park was making fun of. You don't have to be an expert on giving advice in the stock market. Well, I always say that because I don't want to give people the wrong advice, and I just, you know, say, you know, what's on my mind. I'm not a financial expert, so don't take everything I say for heart. But that's just, you know, personally for me, that was just what I was, you know, what I was thinking about it. I'm thinking of that one South Park episode where they play World of Warcraft with the ESO discussion, or any game in general when you think about it. Yeah, that was, I remember that South Park episode, World of Warcraft. I do remember that too. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. Crypto? No, stay away from crypto. I would say don't ever do crypto. Crypto is just, like, for me, like a really shady thing. It's just so shady. It's just stay away from it. Just don't do it. You'll thank me later for that. Don't do it. It's just stocks are just relatively more you know, more safe than crypto. Penny stocks are basically stocks where, like, it's like usually smaller companies. A penny stock is basically any kind of stock that you can buy under $5 a share. That's what a penny stock is. And so the reason people buy penny stocks, because if they grow really quickly, people can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money. So that's why I say stay away from penny stocks, they're just too unstable. Oh, I've played DayZ before. I watched your video where you were showing the new PS5 controller and talking about stick drift with the other PS5 controllers, and now I have the same stick drift problem with my black PS5 controller that I've been using. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm using the Edge controller right now. I have it here. You know, that's what I've been playing with. But yeah, that's what I would just basically say about it is that's what I like, is that you can change out the sticks. And, you know, to avoid stick drift. Thank you, Aussie guy. Creator mode glitch is back in GTA Online. Thank you, Diego. And creator mode glitch, is that like a god mode glitch? But thank you, Diego. Largest super chat on the stream. Thanks, man. Chocolate bars, yeah. Eat the chocolate bars.
Already ate.
Same.
Okay, I'm gonna go into free aim here. find weird about this game is how the what I find weird about this game is how sometimes the trees like kind of like stop bullets, where like, you know, a Maxim would rip through these trees. All three in first person, okay.
I'm tiny, you piece of shit. Pero qué demonios. No puede ser.
Okay. I wish, you know what I really wish? I wish I could make a new character on Red Dead Online and just start over again. But the reason I'm not going to do that is because it would delete this character. You can only have one character on this game, which is stupid. I don't see why Rockstar can't just make an update where they let you have two characters like GTA Online. I would at least like the opportunity to start over in this game again, but I can't even do that.
Yeah, the only way to do that right now is to make a new account.
Yeah, and I'm not going to make a new account just to play as a new character. So that's,
Por Dios, no.
okay, horse. Call my horse in now. I might have to look into getting one of those new PS5 controllers. Then they release here in Australia. Well, here's Aussie guy. Here's what I'll tell you about them: is that you can also buy the sticks for the controller. And what I would say about that is watch, because the controller's probably not going to go on sale anytime soon. But you know what might go on sale instead? The sticks. And if the sticks go on sale, just buy a bunch of them. Just buy a bunch of them at once. And that'll, you know, have you all sticks for like years. How's the sleep schedule doing? Kind of a late stream. Yeah, I stayed up till like 7 o'clock in the morning editing that video last night, and I was just too tired. So I just, yeah. I didn't finish it last night, but I did post it tonight. Thank you on converting. Thank you for the super chat. Many gaming companies like Square and Ubisoft are losing money trying to make one successful live service game. Rockstar 2 and ignored one of them. Yeah. I don't see why they couldn't have at least just given us just one final DLC on this game. Like, why couldn't they just give us one final DLC on Red Dead Online? Like, why is that so hard to do?
What the hell are you gonna do to me?
Just look at your anniversary and say hello. Things keep updating.
Hijo de la chingada!
Well, look how successful Fortnite is. Sorry.
Well, Fortnite, yeah, like...
Suéltame, imbécil!
Yeah. Pretty much. You're rotating. And the math's constantly changing. So...
Like, it feels like they're being ridiculous. It feels like...
Madre de Dios!
That's what it feels like,
yeah.
You know about when France invaded Mexico in the 1860s? Yes, I do know a little bit about that. That was Napoleon III, who was he tried to run as president of France, and then he overthrew the government in France and declared himself emperor. Yes, he tried to take over Mexico. And at that time, the entire North American continent was raging in war. You had the Civil War in the U.S. and then the Mexican-French War, invasion of Mexico by France. So you had that going on. The Mexicans ended up defeating the French. Okay. Who is worse in Call of Duty, Shepard, Makarov, or Raoul? Makarov. Makarov has no... Okay, the difference between Raoul, Raoul, Shepard, and Makarov is... General Shepard was at one point a good man. He was. But he went insane. That's what a lot of people don't understand about General Shepard, is General Shepard is actually insane. He is. He has gone insane. And so he's lost it. That's what people don't know about him. And basically, when you basically, kill General Shepard, it's almost like you're putting him out of his misery. Because he's just so far gone from what he used to be. But basically, he went insane after he used to be a good man, but he went insane after his men died in nuclear bombs. So he's like 40,000 of his own soldiers that died. And that made him, go crazy. And so that's, that was the whole thing, is he basically, he wanted Americans to be more patriotic. So his plan was to start a war with Russia over that. That was the plot in Modern Warfare 2 and the storyline over it. That was why he was, he helped to start that war. That's primarily the reason for it. Now, when it comes to Makarov, Makarov was always evil. He was just always a horrible human being. He has no conscience, nothing. So Makarov's the worst one. Raoul was a bad guy, pretty bad person, but I wouldn't say he was an evil person. He did love his sister. Raoul didn't betray the people that he worked with. Like, I don't know how much he actually cared about Cortes Dia, his organization, but like the people that were loyal to him, he didn't generally screw them over. So it was like, for Makarov, everybody was expendable, but like, I didn't get that thing from Raoul at least. So that was generally what I think about them.
Well, I do hate him because he tortured Wood, which is my favorite guy. Killed his Ben too. Like, right in front of him. That's why that makes me think him. He got me killed. Alex.
Okay, and so anybody else need help with anything? Trader, Moonshine, anything?
Let me check on I fucking hate that guy. Hey, what's the other guy again?
What's the what?
What's the guy's name again? That's worse.
Hey, I'm hurt.
Hang on.
Ham, please.
What are you talking about, Drago,
I did something
bitch?
to my
What do you
leg.
say his name?
I can't hardly walk. I
This
need
might be
some help
a
to
trap.
town, please. Oh, thank you. Whew.
Like probably.
I got you.
Oh
Oh, my Lord.
Third and blast you with a shotgun.
Oh, oops. Okay, yeah.
You're already dead. The shadows swallowed you up. You are surrounded.
You know, one thing I don't understand about this game, why are the enemies in this game so surprised when you shoot their horse sometimes? Like, they're so surprised like that they think like you're just gonna let them like run around and shoot at you constantly. Yeah, the NPCs, they're just so surprised oftentimes when you shoot their horse. Oh, thank you, AN. Got him, that was a nice shot. Okay. Got him too.
That really wasn't much of an ambush.
Okay, the sophistry here need help selling anything? Hi, GB. Question, ever played Call of Duty Cold War, and do you suggest it? Cold War has a great, single player, great zombies mode. Multiplayer is not the best.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of multiplayer. Or any other Call of Duty.
By the way, is it true that, that Activision is going back on its word? That there's not going to be a Call of Duty game in 2023? Is that actually true? That, because I remember they said there's not going to be a Call of Duty game in 2023, and now I think they're going back on that, and they're going to have one. Is that, true? Question, ever play, yeah, well, thank you, 3rd Street. I did play Cold War,
good people.
Have I played Mount and Blade Napoleonic Wars? Yes, I did play that a long time ago. That was a fun game, Epic. I remember that one, too. The line combat, the cannons, most of the legacy media, is on the side of the government in order to not make them look bad. Ohio. Yeah, well, that's, yeah, well, I personally feel like it's like, I feel like to an extent that it's like a, that it's also because it's a rural state, and it doesn't have a lot of population, and so the media and the government don't care about it as much. That's what that's what I feel sometimes about it, too. I don't know if I'll ever get married. How much do I know of the Texan-Mexican War? A little bit. You know, I know Texas seceded from Mexico, and then Santa Anna had attacked the Alamo and killed everyone at the Alamo, and then Santa Anna's entire army was actually ambushed while they were, sleeping, and his entire army got destroyed. He got captured in exchange for his life. He handed over Texas. Yeah, I'll read your post a little bit later, Ian.
Here.
Are you selling the business? Okay. Not sure who this is. They friendly. Okay. Are you selling the moonshine business?
Whoa!
What's up?
Oh. I just ran into a bunch of random NPCs and accidentally collided with them.
I can drive the wagon if you want. Oh wow, this is so close. A random player following the wagon, but I don't know what he's doing.
Wait, that's me wrong.
Stop at the checkpoint, let them search you. Wait, let me see. Actually, you know what? Just keep going, because the thing is so close. You can just keep going. There's a lot of really, like level 8,000s on GT Online.
Oh, hi, brother. Hi there.
I am almost caught up. Hello.
There's a lot of cheaters on GT Online. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably play Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I hope I don't have a crazy copyright claim like I did last time, but I'll play it, yeah.
What the fuck?
What happened?
You gotta be sniped by the freaking guy with using explosive rounds.
He sniped you?
Yes.
He killed you?
I just flew. Yeah, he did.
Whoa!
Now I gotta deal with this now.
You're saying he used explosive rounds?
No, he's using improved. No, he used improved arrow on these dynamite arrows.
He's using what?
Dynamite arrows.
Whoa! That was a slip shot.
And of course, he runs away as soon as I shoot him. What a coward. What a coward.
I took him down. That's why I have explosive rounds for stuff like that, the situations like that specifically.
He tried to kill my boys. What a...
We should probably get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him once with explosive round. That's what you look like that. Oh, that Oh god! God, there again! For the second. You know what?
Oops, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Go on, Bear. Come here.
Okay, let's see here.
Wait, no. Oh, I actually pressed the circle. I was going.
Where are we gonna go?
There we go.
Come on, Bear. I didn't even press circle.
San Denis, I'll go there. Haven't been there in some time.
Okay. I was gonna give her a slap in the wrist.
Thank you.
There we go. Now we're even. Again.
Nice shot, Pro. Thank you. Well, his explosive rounds wasn't that hard, but I, you know, person plays like that, I'll play like that right back.
Yeah. Well, where is he? Oh, is that him?
Someone did that to a friend of mine in GT Online. He destroyed a shipment and then ran off. Before he could get to him, he went into passive mode. Yeah, that's very cowardly.
So that's how what the improvement goal is. Didn't know it was that accurate. That explains. I thought that was like a cosmetic battle.
You guys in San Denis?
I'm making a way out that. I'm making the way over that way.
I was gonna take a shortcut. I don't know where he went, so I'm guessing left.
He was in that general direction. So I guess so.
Pro Day got it.
No, he's still in the session.
Oh.
I just took the list of players.
Yeah, I don't know where he
Oh, I
is.
can't start because I'm not the posse leader, so I can't start the bounty, right?
Now get that thing off your face, you see? Don't
I
be
saw
shooting
your
it.
face.
gets
No
me.
need for the mask.
Trying to get cheap kills.
I ain't in the mood to
They
repeat
cannot use
myself.
a rifle like a revolver, like a real man.
If you actually wear a mask too long, the police just shoot at you in this game. Yeah, there's just so many, you know, this city is probably the biggest wasted potential in the game, the Saint Denis. There is literally so much opportunity they could have done with this city. Like there's so many buildings in this city. They could have done a lot of things. They could have let you purchase apartments in this city. They could have added, you know, businesses. They could have some of these factories and other buildings you could go into. You know, they could have generally done stuff like that.
Like I can get me I can get myself a fishing business like somewhere if I wanted to.
I probably played as the Knights Drifter kids. Thank you for the super chat.
And I don't mind being a rancher also.
Right. That's right. You can reform the posse.
Oh, I form it. Okay.
Yes, you can start the bounty. You want?
Yeah, I'm down for a bounty.
Hi, Fernando.
Oh my.
Hello, friend.
Hi, Fernando.
Thank you, Drifter. Thanks, man.
Hello, mister.
Alright, Bear, you should be able to not knock me out with the horse. Just like you did for the third time. And I'm being sarcastic, by the way.
Okay, let's get these guys here.
Yeah, I want to figure things out. Just being sarcastic.
Have you ever heard of the War of the Triple Alliance? It was between Paraguay versus Brazil, Argentina, and Uruguay. Rutherford Hayes intervened, actually. I know there was a lot of really bad wars in South America, but I actually don't know what that was most about. I do know that Colombia used to be like one giant country with like Panama and Venezuela, and then they broke up. I know about that. But I don't know about a lot of the other wars that were going on in South America. Thank you, Edgy.
Hey, bro, you think it's a good idea like we could like equip bayonets on rifles?
Bayonets in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bayonets would have been cool, but the thing is, though, is to add bayonets, they would have to add a whole new animation, and I don't think they're gonna do something like that.
Did you already start a movie?
I mean, runs are good. As they will listen to. Oh crap! I forgot to change my.
Did you already start a bounty mission?
There we go. Got better at the shooting here.
Meet your maker.
Hey, bro, good to see you. Been loving the content. Thank you, Silly Animations. Thank you, Victor, for the what's your view on the Holodomor? That was that horrible event that happened in Ukraine in the 1930s where Stalin had starved out millions of Ukrainians. I think that a lot of it was intentional, and I think that Stalin had intentionally starved off the kulaks, which that's what they would call like the richer peasants in Ukraine. Stalin had his secret police go in, take a lot of crops from people, starve people to death. It was a really bad event. There is actually a movie about that called Mr. Jones, about that specific event. Thank you, Victor.
And there's like some people that like watch about it. Like I don't understand why.
You should have left well enough alone.
Oh, I got you there.
What's up, bro? What's for dinner? Shorts had got me into algorithm as a new YouTuber. Should I focus more on shorts? I live stream and shop them into shorts. Yeah, I mean, shorts are cool, but the thing about them is I really don't have that many ideas for shorts, which,
You must be dumb as a mule tied me up. Oh my God!
I don't have what, Ian?
You gonna pay for this?
Whenever I use
I could upload that, fails, yeah. I mean, I uploaded one fail with that post-op.
We just broke the laws of physics.
What do you think about the people who deny the existence of cancel culture? Well, cancel culture is so toxic that eventually they're gonna get canceled themselves. That's eventually what's gonna happen.
I hope so, because
I never understood this. I never understood this obsession with like wanting to wanting to cancel somebody for something stupid they did like 10 years ago. People do dumb things, sure, but they change their life around, and you know they're sorry for what they did. And you know somebody, I don't think as long as somebody made things right, you know, didn't do something extremely horrible, you know, I don't think a mistake in their past should, you know, ruin the rest of their life, especially something that happened so long ago. But you know, what I'll tell you is like some of these people are like insane. Like these people who are obsessed with the cancel culture, like they're actually insane, because they will scroll through like Twitter and they'll look at something, they'll be like, oh, look at what this person said 10 years ago, and then they'll try to like cancel them on that like modern day, and that's like that's literally just so stupid.
Hey, Pro, I think my account might get suspended again, possibly, because people get offended easily, like whenever they watch my.
Because what?
Because people get like offended easily whenever I upload videos.
Good lord.
Well, I don't know what your videos are, but I would avoid discussion, like arguments with people specifically and stuff like that.
Well, I just don't like point out or like dropping names out. I'll just tell them like if they don't like it, just don't watch it. I'll just tell them.
The things I'm gonna do to you when I get free.
Start drama and like.
Pro, do I hate religious people? Absolutely not. No. Why would I hate religious people? My mom is very religious, so no, I don't. I don't hate religious people. I don't hate people who are non-believers either. I just I'm an agnostic. I'm just a you know, neutral guy. I don't associate myself with religion. I don't really have an opinion. That's just it mostly. I don't have anything against anybody. And honestly, quite frankly speaking, I'll tell you something. I've seen really toxic people on both sides. Like I've seen really toxic religious people, and I've seen really toxic atheists. So I've seen both that are people that are very toxic. But yeah, there are you know, there are people who like, you know. Oh, Fernando rejoined.
You want me to turn this down again?
Wait until like I say 4 minutes, I guess. Is it true that the Japanese back in World War II tried targeting medics? Yes, that is true. They did try to target medics.
There's this soldier that fought up against the entire platoon of Japanese, like, on his own. Like, he used a machine gun to gun down, like, around, like, 93 Japanese soldiers.
You're talking about John Basilone.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a very famous Marine. He earned the Medal of Honor for his actions, and he died 2 years later on Iwo Jima.
But the thing about that is he went back to America. When he went back to America, he became like a radio hero and like he was on posters. He was like that guy to like help help boost morale, and he became like a national hero. But the thing about that is he couldn't do that. He couldn't just like sit by like be a hero in like the U.S. when he thought that like the real heroes were people that were like dying in the war, and so he wanted to go back and fight, and he didn't make it on Iwo Jima. His story was really sad, but the thing is though, the Pacific gets his death wrong, because in the Pacific he gets shot when he's like going up a hill. What's that? In reality he got blown up because his Jeep got hit by a mortar. That's what happened to him.
And there's this movie, Hacksaw Ridge. I love that movie.
Yeah, those were good movies.
My favorite World War II movies is Fury. Like I like tanks, and I'm a huge fan of tanks.
Pro, if you love tanks.
Hey there, friends.
Go on.
Pro, just tell me your opinion about what I should choose, PS5 or PC. I have a budget of 60,000 hours, nearly 60,000 RS, nearly $600. I'm a student, and will PS5 cost more in the long run?
Sales open.
Okay. You're a student, right?
Spend it in town.
You're asking me whether you should buy a PC or a console. What I'll say is, if you don't have a PC right now, buy a PC then. If you don't have a PC, if you do have a if you have a PC and your PC still like works, then I would just buy a console. Because it's just more simpler. At least that's it. If you want like more mods and like you want like be more creative in games, then you would need a PC. But that's my view on it. The interviews of real World War II Pacific veterans was a good video. Do more of it. Well, thank you, Bean. Do you know something? You know something about that World War II video that I did with the Pacific veterans? Do you know that like the moment I uploaded that video, like within the first minute, it had like 2 or 3 dislikes? Like I know you guys can't see the dislikes, but I can on my end. And literally within just 2 or 3 like minutes, it was like 3 dislikes. And I knew people didn't even watch the video. I'm like, how can you dislike this? It's just a bunch of World War II veterans talking about like the horrible things that they went through. So that just bothered me a bit. But like that was just I don't know who did that, but
ow.
I don't know, Adam. I don't know. Yes, I do, LCO. Somewhat, Gunner, but I think the greatest justice that can be delivered is punishing the people that were directly involved in that.
Fine day to you.
Oh, well, and the reason I have that is because it's a lot easier for me to track, like, the date. That's generally, like, the reason. Okay, let's see here, I think I'll possibly actually play some poker. time go there. Are you smart? I don't believe that that's for me to decide. I think that people who call themselves smart, that's bad luck. That's for, you know, other people to decide on that.
I don't think smart.
Do you do YouTube for the money or the enjoyment? Both. I mean, I make a living off of this, but I also really enjoy what I do. This is, you know, this is how I pay the bills. Like, you know, my YouTube channel, my guides, my videos, my lore videos. You know, this is how I make a living. My lore videos are actually the videos that actually help me, you know, pay the bills the most. But those are the videos that I tend to release the least because they require a lot of work. The latest lore video did really well for me, and I gained like 500 subscribers from that Trevor and Brad lore video. But yeah, I do YouTube, you know, because it pays the bills, but also because I enjoy it, and this is what I enjoy doing. And it's not easy. I wouldn't say that it's easy, but it's a you know, it's a job I can do on my own time, and it's something that I really truly enjoy doing. And this is, you know, something that I can sit down here and I can talk about things, and you know, I can be an entertainer for people. And you know, and sometimes, like, I do read a lot of the comments on my videos, and like some of the comments I read when like people will say to me, like, you know, I was down professional, I had a bad day, but I liked watching your video, and your video put me in a good mood, and I'm happy, you know, when I read comments like that I was able to, like, you know, improve somebody's day for the better. Game chat here.
For my day too.
Oh, I think I'm sorry, I didn't realize my friend was saying something too, but going into poker here. Well, that actually happened. That actually already happened, Mario. One of my cousins in real life, he is British. So even though he was born in Poland, he grew up in Great Britain most of his life. And I do know that in his country, basically what happened was about this is that I don't want to really get into politics, but to answer your point on this, Mario, is basically what happened was they had the Brexit vote that happened like 6 years ago in the UK, and what happened was a lot of elderly people, like especially like veterans, had voted to leave. And regardless of whether you think leaving the European Union was a good thing or a bad thing for Great Britain, it was the fact that a lot of the elderly people were getting insulted, and they were getting treated really badly in Britain. And some of the protesters at that time, they even called the elderly World War II veterans that voted to leave fascists, which that was just completely disgusting, and like, how dare they? And just because they were older doesn't mean that they don't have just the same amount of say as younger people do. So that was just that was generally what I know that happened in my cousin's country, is people were being very disrespectful to the elderly for voting a certain way, and that was that. Now, they went in with some bad cards. Hopefully I get, Oh, they are, Gunner. Okay. Hey, Patrick, remember you said that these days children look up to bad celebrities? Not all celebrities are terrible. There are other celebrities that are nice and the best, like Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey. Well, thank you, Isaiah. But I'm gonna tell you is that a lot of celebrities are scumbags, though. I'm not denying that there's good celebrities out there. Like, you know, one celebrity that I generally like is I like Shaquille O'Neal. You know, I like him because of the fact that he was interviewed like a long time ago on TV, and he basically said that he doesn't consider himself a celebrity, and he said most celebrities are scumbags, and he just likes to see himself as like a regular guy. And he doesn't like to be seen as, like, more important than somebody else. So, like, you know, my respect for, you know, Shaquille O'Neal, like, you know, went up by a lot. But also, there was, like, a thing with, like, Shaquille O'Neal a few years ago. There was, like, a woman who, like, you know, who went up to him and said to him that, like, you know, my son wants to buy your shoes, and why does he have to spend, like, hundreds of dollars to, like, buy your shoes? And she's saying, like, that's too much money, and, like, you should be ashamed of yourself. And so what Shaquille O'Neal at that point did is he tried to give the woman, like, $2,000. You know, he felt bad about the whole thing, and what happened was she didn't want it, and then what he ended up doing is he actually canceled a $40 million shoe deal because he felt bad about that whole thing. That's what Shaquille O'Neal did, and then he designed his own shoe that was like $20, so still a nice shoe that like anybody could, you know, afford. So, you know, that's one celebrity that I know that's not a scumbag. But then you have people like LeBron James, another basketball player. LeBron James is a scumbag, where Shaquille O'Neal is a cool guy. Like, LeBron James is just, you know, you know, he's a, you know, just a suck up to China. You know, he defends the Chinese government and their human rights violations, and so him, it's just all about the money. And so that's like why you know, I can't stand people like LeBron, but I do have some respect for Shaq. So that's How about Snoop Dogg? I don't know that much about Snoop Dogg, honestly, so I can't really form an opinion. Yeah, John Cena also. John Cena's a suck-up also. Yeah, he does the same thing. What about Keanu Reeves? I don't know much about him. I know that Keanu Reeves does a lot of his own stunts, and Keanu Reeves is also very tactical. So Keanu Reeves knows how to handle a lot of the firearms that are in his movies. Oh yeah, I think burglaries would be cool in GT Online. I speak Polish. Oh, I didn't know about that. Then I have a lot of respect for Keanu Reeves. Another celebrity that I really cannot stand is I can't stand Alec Baldwin. You know, that guy was extremely arrogant. I never really liked him. And then there was that that horrible tragedy. You know, what ended up happening. And I think Baldwin has blame for that, personally. Well, Tom Cruise is in Scientology, yep. Well, burglaries are actually in Red Dead Redemption 2, they are. But, I wish we could have had something like that in the, yeah, I wish we could have had something like that in online. I'm gonna go with 5 because he possibly doesn't have good cards. He might not know what he's doing. Oh, king and high. Okay. I have a jack and a 9. We'll see what happens here. Let's see. Damn, we didn't even have one pair. James Corden was not a good person at all. Yeah, that guy. That guy's just a, that guy's a scumbag. After how he treated the staff at that restaurant, the thing is, though, is that, I'll tell you guys something. You know what? You know one thing that I learned a lot? One thing that I learned in retail is when I used to work in a store, Denzel Washington is a pretty good guy. I like him. But I'll tell you guys, one thing that I did learn when I was growing up, well, not growing up, more working in retail when I was a bit younger, is that a good way to see, you know, a good way to basically see if somebody is a good person, or at least see their character, is see how that person, just see how they treat retail workers. Just see how they treat other, like, workers that service them. Like, just see how they treat them. That's generally, like, a way that you can tell if somebody's generally a good person. There we go, I won now. I think it's random. What's your opinion on Abigail being a rat? No, that's that. No. He just keeps going in. Okay. I might win this hand again, too. I bet this guy's getting pissed off. This guy here. He's probably going to fold. Oh, he's actually going in. Okay. He has to have good cards. Oh, wow. Look at that. Pair of aces. Let's see here. I could get a flush. Nah, damn. Not even one diamond. Oh, man. I don't know much about him, Mario. No, I don't think that's true, Mole. Is Agent 47 a psychopath? No, because he cares about Diana. He considers Diana a friend of his. Do I smoke cigarettes? I don't smoke anything. This guy just loves going in. I don't think he even knows what he's doing. Oh, pair of jacks. He's got some good cards, actually. I hope I can get a queen. If I get a queen, I'll beat him. Come on. Oh my god, he's so lucky. Can't even get one pair right now. Like, I can't even get one pair. Have you ever watched Drake and Josh? I did watch Drake and Josh when I was a kid. It was actually really funny. But the reason Drake Bell was hated was because Drake did some really messed up and illegal things. I don't want to talk about that because it's really bad. But it's yeah, he did something really bad. It kind of also, you know, I used to watch Drake and Josh as like a kid, and so that also hurt me in a way that like he did something like that. That I used to love his show when I was younger. Let's see if we can get some money back here. Oh, yes. Finally, luck is on my side. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Waifu. Well, I personally just have trouble enjoying, like, you know, content for other people if they did something bad. Two hearts. Maybe I can get a flush. Maybe. Please just don't go all in. Oh, gee. Should I, I'll risk it. Wow, his cards are terrible. My cards aren't the greatest either, but they're better. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. No, the stable's glitching and fixed. Hey, Pro, how's your Friday going? It's going good, Krillin. How are you, man? I saw your video, why Ansburg was the worst town to live in. Thank you, man. I enjoyed making that video.
Fixing to do some evil.
See what we got here. Checking again. What are your thoughts about Michael Bay? Way too much action in some of his movies. I think I know what he's doing. Let's see if I can get him a fold. Oh, they're both going in. Oh. Ooh, interesting. Oh, come on. Do I get noticed in public? I only got noticed in public 2 times. It only happened twice. The one time I did get recognized in public, basically what happened was, it was a few years ago, I was at a bank, and I was actually trying to make a savings account. And the banker that I was actually talking to, the teller, he said to me, wait, you sound familiar. And I said to him, where do you think you've heard my voice before? And he said, I think I heard you on YouTube. And then I said, do you know what channel I have? And he's like, yeah, you're the GTA Money Guide guy. That's what he said. He said, I used to watch your videos. That's what he just said to me. He's like, you're the GTA Money Guide guy. And then there was a second guy who recognized me in public once. It was at a Best Buy, and I was trying to buy a printer. And I had, when I was trying to buy that printer, I asked the guy if he, if he knew where the printers was. He showed me, and he said to me, are you the professional by any chance? I said, yes, I am. And he said, oh, that's so cool, but I have to get back to work now, don't.
You bastard! What in the name of God?
This don't look too good.
Been a while since you came through town, ain't it? Got everything you need. Have a look.
Okay. What the hell is going on?
Come on back if things change.
The hell?
You're scaring me. Please.
What the hell is this guy doing? Okay. What the?
Someone! I'm scared!
Okay, some people are weird in this game.
What in the name of God?
Something slip your mind?
No, I don't have the platinum for Red Dead Redemption 2. I think there'll be another Red Dead game one day, yes. I don't typically start fights with other players for no reason, but the guy's being a bit weird.
Careful
what
playing
the
cards in this town.
What the hell happened now?
Stop by if your needs change.
Well, why do they keep... Can somebody explain something to me about Modern Warfare 2? Why do they keep removing third-person mode? They keep... That's the only thing I play in Modern Warfare 2 that I actually enjoy is third-person mode, because it reminds me of SOCOM. And, like, I played third-person mode in Modern Warfare 2, and then they remove it 1 week, and then a week later it comes back, and then they remove it again, and then a week later it comes... Why do they keep doing that? Does anybody know? That's
Lots
like...
of things in the catalog as well.
That's... I don't get that. Why they keep removing third-person mode? It pisses me off.
Used to hike up Citadel Rock all the time when I was younger. Just don't have the energy no more.
Do I think Dutch would have changed if he listened to Arthur? No, he was not going to change. Third-person mode is separate from first-person, though.
Don't see it on the shelf, it's probably in the catalog.
They don't have content, so they remove it, and then re-add it and say it's new content, huh? Okay, well, I guess I will, I'll be wrapping up the stream here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, though. It was actually a pretty fun stream today. The stream was actually really cool for the most part today. You know, the only bad thing was the cheater. If you wanna see me versing a cheater, if you join the stream late, if you wanna see me we beat a cheater, by the way, earlier. It was a guy who was glitching off the radar, and we killed him with incendiary rounds. Go back in the stream earlier if you want to see it. It's the part when we're doing the King of the Hill. It's like within the first 20 minutes of the stream, you'll see it. We were fighting a cheater. Yeah, I guess I'll be heading out here, guys. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I do really appreciate it. And thank you guys. I love playing with you guys, and you know, you guys you know, I like, you know, being entertaining for you guys, and you know, glad that you guys also enjoy my content and like my stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one, and I'll have a Hitman video out tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.